Yo, what's up guys, it is Coleman today bringing us a brand new video, and if you guys are an old subscriber, reminder, if you guys used to watch my streams, basically I used to stream all the time on Ghost. My old name was Outcast TV when I was in a different clan. That is the reason why you guys are seeing an old banner up there, Outcast TV. I actually streamed yesterday and I forgot the banner was up there, but I got a good gameplay. I think I went like 16-4. But basically this video, what I want to make today is about NaDeSHot. Many of you guys do know him as OpTic NaDeSHot. He's on the OpTic Gaming roster with Scumpy, Crimsix, and Formal as his teammates. Now, they just competed in a past event, MLG Columbus. They placed second, phase 1, GG's, and then they played very well. It was a very close match. I really do think OpTic Gaming should have won that, though. It was a really good match, so I'm really glad the way they played and stuff like that. But basically, there was a lot of comments after that tournament and a lot of tweets at NaDeSHot saying that he should get dropped from the OpTic Gaming roster. And I'm here to clear things up with you guys, basically explaining what would happen if he got dropped from the OpTic Gaming roster. Now, many of you guys do know that NaDeSHot was on OpTic for a long time. I think he's been on OpTic ever since MW2. He started off as a sniper, then he went into competitive on the OpTic Gaming competitive scene when competitive first actually started back in like COD 4 and stuff like that. So yeah, he's been on OpTic Gaming for such a long time. He's made amazing friends with Hex, Big Timer, all the people that have been in OpTic. He's been in OpTic for such a long time. He's been there through the beginning all the way till the end. Well, not to the end, but they're still going right now. But he's been there for such a long time. He's definitely made OpTic or helped out to get OpTic to where they are now. And I mean, a lot of people don't actually see that when they watch NaDeSHot. They think about the past tournament, and he's won many other tournaments. He's won X Games, he's won COD XP, $200,000 tournament, 2 major tournaments already, and he's won the first of them, first X Games, first $200 or $1 million tournament. He's won many UMGs, many MLGs, and just many online tournaments. He's done many things for OpTic Gaming to help them be where they are now, and a lot of people don't actually see that. Of course, he's not the best player. You know, he's not the best player in the Call of Duty series, but once again, he still is a pro player. He still is very good, and a lot of people don't realize that. Once again, he even admits in some of his videos he doesn't have the best accuracy. He plays with his head. He plays smart, and you can definitely see that when he plays. He's an objective player. He has to play smart. He has to know when to go for that bomb play. He has to know when to hop on that hard point. He's just relying on his slayers to pick up those kills, so he shouldn't have to be getting all those kills in the hill. And people think, you know, he's dropping negative on the scoreboard. Yeah, that's because, you know, when the slayers all die, NaDeSHot's going against 2 or 3 guys on the hill that he can't take them out. Sometimes he does take them all out, and he goes huge for his team. But most of the time, you're not going to win that. And a lot of people don't actually see that. You know, he drops negative sometimes, and that's what OBJs do most of the time. They drop negative. They're the ones that are on that objective, you know, trying to get that capture points and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't actually see that. They think, you know, you're dropping negative, you suck, you need to get off the roster. And I don't think he needs to get off the roster. But if somehow he did get dropped from OpTic Gaming, and you know Hex said you can't be on the competitive scene anymore, you know you're not doing your up to standards, you're not winning us that much titles anymore. You know you've been on OpTic Gaming for such a long time. I know this is like bad news to you. And Hex would say you can either stay in OpTic Gaming or you can go to a different team if you love competitive that much. Back in Ghost, NaDeSHot was thinking about quitting Call of Duty, and you know he was thinking about retiring and just staying on OpTic. Basically, what Big Timer did. If NaDeSHot were to get dropped from OpTic Gaming, I highly doubt it he would stay with competitive Call of Duty. He would stay on the OpTic Gaming roster and just focus on YouTube and streaming, just like Big Timer is right now. That's exactly what Big Timer did, and NaDeSHot has definitely earned a spot on the OpTic Gaming roster. There's no way Hex would just kick him from straight OpTic Gaming unless he did something very dumb or stupid. But NaDeSHot's not that guy that would do something very dumb, so he's definitely earned a spot on the OpTic Gaming roster for all the things he's done for OpTic Gaming. You know, he's brought in millions of fans, and you know, fans all over, and he has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He actually has more subscribers than the OpTic Gaming, channel. The main channel, NaDeSHot, has more subscribers than them. And yes, OpTic Gaming does not post anymore, but they still have a lot of videos up there, and so does NaDeSHot. But NaDeSHot is one player for OpTic Gaming, and that just shows something how much NaDeSHot has done for OpTic Gaming, what he has done for everybody else on OpTic Gaming. For Hex, their channel has blown up ever since Black Ops 2, and NaDeSHot has helped out with that a bunch, and same with all the other players. But NaDeSHot has definitely earned that spot on the OpTic Gaming roster. So if Hex were to say, you got to get dropped from the OpTic Gaming competitive scene, NaDeSHot, I bet you 99%, he would not go to a different team. He would stay on OpTic Gaming, focus on YouTube, stream, and do what he loves. And of course, he loves competitive Call of Duty, but he knows OpTic Gaming is his home. And you can't leave a team that you've been on for 5 years and just all of a sudden like go to a different team. it would be a huge outbreak. You know, all the fans would be going from, all the followers of NaDeSHot would be following NaDeShot to that team. A lot of people would not watch OpTic anymore. You know, OpTic Gaming would still lose a lot of fans if NaDeShot went over to a different team. And NaDeShot knows that. He loves OpTic Gaming to death. You can definitely tell when he lives with them. You know, he lives with them right now in the OpTic house, and they're like best friends. Like, love watching their videos and vlogs, like stuff like that. You know, they're such good friends. And NaDeShot definitely earned that spot on the OpTic Gaming roster, and that's really what I think will happen if NaDeShot does get dropped from the OpTic Gaming competitive scene. But once again, NaDeShot still is a good player, and it was the first Call of Duty Advanced Warfare tournament. I mean, you guys got to give him a break. This is a new team. He is the captain of the team. Everybody is relying on him because he is the captain, and he has 2 new people, Crimsix and Formal, on the roster, and they're all amazing slayers, and he has to figure out how to work with them correctly. And once they find that out, they're going to be the best team in Call of Duty. Right now, I'm still thinking they're the best team, even though they came in second on MLG Columbus. I really do think that in the future events are going to come in first a lot of times, and they're going to be like the complexity back in Black Ops 2. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little video about me explaining and trying to get all the people that are hating on NaDeShot, you know, trying to explain to you guys what would happen if he got dropped from OpTic Gaming, or why he shouldn't get dropped from OpTic Gaming. You guys got to give him a chance, man. He has a lot of people, a lot of fans and stuff like that. And if you guys are all saying hate to him, I mean, like, he's not going to try as hard. Then he's not going to be like, you know, well, sometimes hate motivates people, but it's like saying you should get dropped from the roster and stuff like that. I think that kind of bugs him a little bit, and you can definitely tell it. I mean, he's commented on it a couple times on his videos and tweets about that stuff all the time, but you know, I don't think it bothers him too much, but, you know, it does bother YouTubers if they do see a lot of hate and saying you should get dropped, or pro players you should get dropped, you suck. It's not all his fault. I mean, there's 4 people on the team, including him, and all the people that are saying he should get dropped, you know, your decision. I mean, you make your own decision. I don't think he should as of right now. Maybe if in the future, you know, if he's getting bored, if he's like lacking a little bit, then I do think he could have a reason to be dropped off the competitive scene. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do, make sure to leave a like on this video. Let's see if we can break 50 likes on this video. I'm sorry if it wasn't that good of a commentary either. You know, I'm kind of doing this off like the top of my head. I don't have any notes or anything on it. That's what I usually do. I usually just make a note on the side of my desk and seeing, like, so I know what I'm doing. But I don't have an outline this time. I kind of just did it on the top of my head. But once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like. Let's see if we can break 50 likes on this video. This is Mr. Golden to you. Subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace out.